Okay, g'day everyone. Haven't seen you for quite a while. I've been busy. Sorry. Righto, so I've done another review. And first of all, have a great Christmas, alright? If I don't make another review before then, just have a good one. It's been a dick of a year. Everyone's had an average year. Just enjoy your December and have a great Chrissy if you can. Now, and also watch this review to the end. I actually enjoyed making this one, and I enjoy all of them, but this one, we went a few different places. It's good fun. Anyways, in my Christmassy boot, which I'll have to give back to the kids, I have a IMALENT MS06. Oh yes. Now, it's not a bad little torch actually. IMALENT, you've done very well. So, what we get, let me just hold this up. We get a very nice, it's a sturdy little box. It's not a Pelican case, but it does the job, turned up, nothing was wrong with it, smick. Righto, so we get a USB charge cable. We get some O-rings, we get a lanyard. We get a holster for your belt, if you're into wearing those on your belt. And also, we get the light. So as you can see, it's not huge. It's about the size of a Coke can. My hand goes around it fairly well. I'm about 6'2", if that gives you an idea. I've got relatively larger hands. So yeah, it's not a bad sized little light. There we go. So initial impressions, it's sturdy, well built. The threads, quite nice. You can hear them, they're not quite nice there. A little bit, just a fraction of grindiness. Like, there's a couple of companies, like say for example Lumenthal or Olight, their threads are smick, very, very smick. They're so smooth. But anyways, maybe you're into that, maybe you're not. But these are good, not a problem. So we've got 6 Cree XHP 70.2s. You can tell they're the .2s because they don't have the big cross in the middle. And they put out a phenomenal amount of light. I'll try and keep this bit brief and just get straight to the beam shot so you can have a good look at how it performs. But I did the beam shots last night. I hadn't done anything with the light, so I was sort of learning on the fly, which is fine, I reckon. So this little light, I tested it. Now, IMALENT seems to do their numbers on initial turn on. So I know most of the time you would take the reading of the light at 30 seconds. I've noticed that IMALENT does it at pretty much turn on. So bang, then the measurement. So this is rated at 25,000 lumens. I actually got 25,750, but of course it started to go down. Now you've got to understand, this thing at turbo, that's a lot of power, man, like a lot of power. And it's such a small thing, so you don't have thermal mass, like there's not much aluminium there, there's no water cooling and there's no fan. So you've got to understand, 30 to 40 seconds, this thing's too hot, and then it will not go to turbo again until it cools itself down. So you get some batteries in it, which is always handy. So I actually do like that because you don't have to go chasing batteries, and also it's chargeable, which I'll show you in a second. Rechargeable, I should say. So there we go. So you get 3 21-700 batteries. Looks like they're running in parallel there. So we just, if you would like to have a look on the inside, very nice and neat, and batteries. Now, I mentioned it was rechargeable. So there's an interesting little charging port there. So make sure it's up nice and tight. Now, can you see those 2 little dots there, little brass buttons there? Righto, so what that is with your charge cable, here it is, it snaps on like this. Actually, I'll let it, hear that. So it goes on nice and neat. Now, you know that's the right way, because if you do it that way, it won't charge. But if you do it that way, you're home and hosed. And it fits in a nice groove there too. So it's just made for it. It's quite self-explanatory. You've got USB on the other end. Now it takes 5.5 hours to charge. Bit long, but that's all good. So what else do we need to know? Last night I took it out. It was a lot of fun. It produced a hell of a lot of light. With the lower couple of modes, we walked around for a long time with that on. didn't warm up. It just wasn't a chore for it. So you gotta understand, like, it's capable of doing 25,000 lumens, but it's kind of meant for the lower levels and all night. But if you need that big boost of power and light, you've got the option, but it's just not for long. So good in search and rescue and things like this. Now it's got an IPX8 rating, so 2 meters underwater, and it will survive. Okay, so, and with your battery indicator, when it's off, hold the button down, so 1, 2, 3, and then the green light comes on, so you know that she's got enough power. If it doesn't have enough power, I think it's under 3 volt, that'll be red. So then you'll know. So you press it again, 1, 2, 3, and it goes back off. Now, this is just like the MS06. You hit that 4 times and it will lock. You hit another 4 times, unlock. Good for the kids and good if it's in your pocket so you don't burn yourself. So that's always an important thing. Now, it has a memory. I did mention that last night in my video that you will see. So basically, first level to 5th level, if you turn it off at that level, it will remember, but it will not go back onto turbo. Okay, so not a huge problem, but level 5, yes it will. And righto, that's pretty much the deal. So I'll finish it up there. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you about it. Great little light, I'm happy with it. It's sturdy, it's good looking, and I think you'll be happy with it if you purchase it. Now, yeah, please watch the video until the end. I did enjoy it. I thought it was good fun, and all the best. Please have a great Christmas, and thank you for chatting with me in the comments and the likes and the subscriptions. I like the little community we have here, and I just hope you enjoy the content, and all the best. Anyway, take care. See you later. Righto, so MS06 to the corner is about 50 meters, left to right is about 40 meters. I'm just going to double tap and show you what full beams looks like, and see what you think, okay? Already that is hot, and when I turned it on she was cold. I hadn't turned it on yet, so that is nice and hot. Like, you wouldn't want to hold that on your wrist sort of thing for too long. She's quite warm, but anyways, you can tell it's a pop can light. It's only little. You can walk around on low mode for as long as you want. Like, it's quite, like, you can hold that there for, you know, a couple of thousand lumens all for as long as you really want. It's got 3 21700 batteries in it, and you know, you could walk for ages. So we're up in the bush at the moment, doing some trails, but and that'd last forever. But anyways, but it does have the capability of going quite high, 25,000 lumen. But as you saw, literally I turned it on, a few moments, you got to turn it off. It's just too hot. But it is what it is. So yeah. Not a bad little light, fits nicely in your hand, and now it's cooled down. Like, I can hold that, not a problem, and you know, yeah, it's not a problem. But yeah, so I might just turn it on to full again and see what you think. Rightio, so I just thought I'd show you the modes. Just found a bit more of a track here, and you got nice trees on the side, so it sort of shows up a lot more for the footage. But it has 6 modes plus your strobe. So we'll start off on first, then it'll go up, and then I'll hit strobe just so you can see what it looks like. So sorry, that's first mode right there. See, it's got a memory, so the last light you had it on, last light level, it'll go back to that. So it's got a memory, so that's important to know. If you've had it on high and then you've picked it up in the house and you're going through the house where the kids are asleep and you turn it on and, you know, lights the place up. So right, so that's level 1. and then we'll go 2, so you can see a bit more, 3, 4, 5. You know, you can see really well with 5. I mean, it's not turbo, but that's a lot of light, hey? Like for a light that's no bigger than a Coke can, like that's pretty good. And so turbo, and that's obviously extreme. And then another double click. Okay, here's the thing. It's out of battery, so oh Jesus, it's getting hot. So it's going into Jesus, that's hot. Right, so I'll put it back onto low mode, but it won't go any further. It wouldn't go into strobe because the little red indicator was on, so it's already done its batteries. But so I've got it on low mode and I'll let it cool down. But once it's cooled down again, I'll see if I can get it to go into strobe. See if I can do it now. Nah, she's too hot. Because it's so hot, it doesn't want to do much. So low mode it is. Oh no, she's back on. And there's your strobe. And so, yep, that'll pretty much annoy anybody that's in front of you, really. So anyway, it's back on the low mode. So it wouldn't go any further. It wasn't because of the battery power, it was because it was over temp. When it goes in over temp, that indicator went red. But now it's green again, it's cooling down. I can feel it's cooling down on my hand, so it doesn't take long. But yeah, it's because the physical size of it, it's just not that big. There's not that much aluminium. It's not fan cooled or water cooled, so you know, it is what it is. So, but really, yes, it can do 25,000 lumens or so, but on low mode, I mean, I'd walk around happily like that for the night. Like that's, you can see where you're going, and you know, I can see what's in front of me. If you wanted to go up a couple of levels, not a big issue, and it's not going to overheat on you. But if you did need all that light just for a moment, you've got your, you know, your turbo or your high mode to put out bulk light. But no. To be perfectly honest, I'm very happy with this little light. IMALENT's done well. And it's got the lockout mode, so you know, you press it 4 times and it'll go into lockout mode. So you can't accidentally turn it on. It's not a bad little light. I like it. Too easy. Good. So just come down. You probably guessed it, we're down at the beach. But so I'm going to put a little bit on the water, and then I'll go across the rocks behind me, and then I'll go back up over the top. So onto the side of the cliff. So just a little MS06, and I'll just go straight to turbo. So I know you can't hear me. Sorry about the wind. What can you do? Shut him down to get a bit warm. So I hope you enjoyed that. Right, I just thought I'd do a little bit more. Oh, that's a low setting. Just so that's not bad for one of the low settings. You can see the water, and then I'll hit turbo, and you can see up the cliffs there. Got to keep an eye on this water because you know what happens. But yeah, this is on turbo, mind you. Right, you ready? You good?
Yep.
Turn yours off. Righto. This little fella comes screaming out, wanting war, but we're not going to go anywhere near him. He's ready to rumble.
He was angry.
Scary. Alright, MS06 is good for finding crabs, the good kind. Oops, I got one off. You ready? Is it video on?
Yeah.
Righto, so with the MS06 we have found some crabs. So it's good for crab finding, but the big one's gone down low. He's obviously a bit shy. Guy doesn't like an MS06 on top of him. Oh, here's another one, Lucas. There's a couple more, there's quite a few of them in there. Anyways, so yeah, you've got the nice low setting of the MS06 and you can look into little rock pools at night. And then if you get really concerned about being washed off the rocks, you can always hit double tap and make sure the tide's not coming in behind you, because it will sneak up on you. Anyways. Nice one. Alright, so this is the end of the review. Thanks for still watching. But alright, I'm going to let you go to sleep now and listen to these waves. So I'm going to stop talking and you can just nod off and listen to that perfection. Good night. Turbo! Okay, good night. Just thought I'd put this little part in the movie. This is Newcastle. This is where I live. It's a good thing. I thought, why come back over? We're next to the beach, of course. And down onto the water.